Before I begin today's podcast Q&A, I just want to say it's been wonderful to welcome new squaddies into the 6-week challenge this week. Now, if you're listening and you are somebody who is really struggling to fit your fitness in around everything else going on in life, you just don't know where to start right now, but you know that you're wanting to improve your health and fitness, you're wanting to shape up, you want to wake up in the morning and actually feel energized, and you don't want fitness to be this thing that's hanging over you and this huge chore that feels like an impossible task, then come and join us. Come and get in touch. Join our 6-week challenge and you'll be feeling energized. You'll be able to shape your body. You'll be able to get fitness to fit in and around your super busy lifestyle and make it something that you can actually continue to do and something you look forward to. So come and get in touch. Come and join us and we would love to have you in our fitness family. Now, on to the Q&A. Welcome to the Q&A, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful week so far. There's been a lot of feedback about Tech Will's class this morning. I was getting serious FOMO. So the question I've got for you is, should we keep Will permanently on the timetable for a class a week when I'm fully back? So I'm still recovering from a C-section, of course. It was only 9 weeks ago, but I'm almost fully back, team. Almost fully back. Now, the question is, do we kick Will off completely or do we let him have a class a week? You'll have to let me know. Anyway, I saw the feedback and I got serious FOMO. I wish I would have been in that class this morning. I also got some really good feedback from the Christina Aguilera dance hit that we did last week. A lot of you saying it was way more intense than you thought, but so enjoyable. So you put it into your favorites because you want to do it again and again and again. So, and also some incredible feedback about the brand new Yogascape. So if you've never tried Yogascape, oh my gosh, you need to do it. It's the most gorgeous holistic session, all low impact, so good for your joints, so good for your mobility and your balance. And you just feel just so good after it. It's like one of our squaddies, Nicola, she describes it as a spa day. It's like a spa day for your mind and body. So you need to get on that one. So anyway, that's enough from me. I will be in touch with all the events this year, team. I am just finalising a few things. And as soon as I finalise everything, I will send it all out. And we've got some really cool things coming up this year. Day retreats, Pilates and Prosecco's, challenge walks. Anyway, I will be in touch. On to the questions. We have some brilliant questions on exercise, on getting fitness into your routine, on nutrition, and so much more. And actually a question for me as well. How are you doing it, Lorna, with a 9-week-old baby? Any tips? Yeah, no sleep. No, I'm just kidding. We get a bit of sleep. Anyway, on to the Q&A. Let's do this. So I'll start with the exercise and fitness side. Question number 1, I'm struggling to find time to commit to classes whilst working and managing a family. Any top tips? Yes. Okay, I've got a few top tips, so I can fully relate. And so even though I'm not back in my office job right now, so I work for the family business part-time, doing more payroll, invoicing, that kind of thing. I'm working full-time right now anyway, and I can fully understand how it's really difficult trying to juggle family life and also juggle working full-time. So here's what you need to do. And also, I guess this is kind of answering the question, like, how do I do it? So we need to adjust our expectations for whatever chapter of life we're in right now. So for example, pre-baby, I was able to train for marathons and train for half marathons, which I will do once my body has recovered. I will go back to doing that. But for right now, for my body, and for the fact that, I haven't got any help in the daytime at the moment, short, sharp, efficient workouts really work in this chapter right now. And there is so much point in doing 10 or 15 minutes because sometimes a lot of people think, I've not got enough time, and don't fully understand that actually just 10 minutes, the benefit you get from that, both physically and emotionally, mentally, is absolutely huge. So short, sharp, focused workouts. 10, 15 minutes, or if you can fit our 20 minutes in, great. Follow the timetable, takes the thinking out of it for you. All you've got to do is show up. So if you didn't know that about our timetables, that's how I structure them. So you've got the perfect balance of strength, cardio, holistic. Just follow them, or you could do the first 10 minutes of each one. Then all that adds up over the week. So change our expectations and just make sure that we're showing up for us in some way. Block out workouts like they're an appointment and treat them as an absolute non-negotiable. And on that note, have a range of your absolute non-negotiable. This is definitely what has to happen. You know that you'll be able to achieve it. So that might be 3 10-minute sessions in a week. You know that you're going to be able to do that. In your hand on heart, in your hearts of hearts, you know that you'd be able to do that. So say, for example, if we're spending any time watching Netflix or scrolling on our phones or whatever, there are 10 minutes in a day to do that somehow, even if we get up earlier or go to bed a bit later or do it while the kids are napping or when they're at school or when they're in bed. There's time. So you've got to decide what is your non-negotiable. And it might be 3 10-minute sessions, or for someone else, it might be 3 20-minute sessions, something easy, something you can do. And then your ideal. And your ideal might be, okay, I want to follow the first class on the timetable every day. That's what I aim for. And anywhere in between is great. To decide what your non-negotiable minimum is for you, decide what you're going to strive for and try and achieve. But don't forget that anywhere in the middle, it's okay. If you do 4 20-minute classes in the week and they all end up being on Saturday and Sunday, absolutely fine. We have to be flexible. So yes, we have to plan. We have to treat our workouts seriously like appointments, even if it's a floating appointment. So like for me today, I've got some core rehab to do for my C-section. I've written it down, 20-minute core. It is going to happen at some point today. If, when I've got care for autumn, it will be like at a certain time. But for today, that is a floating appointment, but it will happen. And I know it's going to happen. So it's about, have that appointment. It's a non-negotiable. It's going to happen. And if you have the luxury of being able to say, right, I'm going to work out at that time every day, do it, show up, just as you would for a hairdresser's or a doctor's appointment or a dentist, because you are the most important person to show up for. And also have that flexibility. You can do weekend warrior. You can work out at different times in the day if you need to. So I definitely do that. And also, can you combine activities with like daily life? So for example, for me, going on a walk, pushing baby in the pram, she's sleeping, she's napping, I'm getting some steps in and we're all getting fresh air. Can you put the dinner on and then do a quick bolt-on core from the bolt-on area, or power walking, for example, while dinner's cooking? Can you combine it? And also, just know that consistency is the most important thing. However that looks for you, over perfection. All those small little wins, they all compound and they all add up. All the minutes that you do, they all add up over the week. Question number 2, what's the ideal time to work out? Is it in the morning? Now, actually, I could add this on to the last one. If you're struggling to find time, the best time to work out, generally speaking, is the morning, because it tends to be that more untouched time before anyone else gets up, before anyone needs your attention. Because sometimes what often happens is, yes, we can have a floating appointment and, if it's a non-negotiable, it's going to happen. But if, say, then your day just starts running away with you and before you know it, you're making dinner, you're tidying up. If you've got kids, maybe you're doing bath time, or maybe you're putting them to bed, or maybe you're telling them get to bed, depending on how old they are. And the day just kind of runs away with you. Do them in the morning, just straight away in the morning. Then it's done. And it's not a non-negotiable and it's not hanging over you. So that, in some sense, can be the best way to be consistent with your workout. So just get up first thing, do it before anybody else gets up. Then you've got your untouched time. And actually, that is something that I do when I can as well. That I love to work out in the morning, because I also really feel like it sets the tone for the day. It sets your energy levels for the day. You feel so energized. It's like having 4 shots of coffee doing the workout in the morning. And your body just feels so good. But ideally, morning, because it's done, it's not hanging over you, it sets the tone for the day, sets your energy. It's a really positive way to start the day. But for some people, that's not realistic. And for some people, they prefer afternoons or evenings, because it's when they feel like they're stronger and, they feel like they have more power, more strength to perform better reps in, say, like weights workouts and things. Or they find that actually the quiet time is the evening, or they prefer to work out at night because it's that transition between work life and then home life. It's a really nice transition into it. And a lot of people use our online classes for that and do the live replays. So there's no ideal time. You just got to find out the best time for you. And if you do have the luxury, at the same time every day, so it becomes part of your day, part of something that you just do. So for example, like our 6 a.m. classes, part of what we just do, right? Or maybe you're a live replay, part of what you just do. Or maybe you do on demand every day at 8:30, what you just do. Or maybe you plan your classes out for the week and they're floating appointments, but you do your 4 and that is what you just do. So that's the most important thing, consistency over everything. Now, on the last question, I've sort of answered part of it. How do you combine a new baby with consistent work, presentation, workout routine? So for me, I'm someone who thrives off being busy. I love being busy anyway. And it is really about changing expectations and thinking about what my body needs right now. So for example, before I was used to doing half marathons. I did a couple of marathons as well. Love to run and also love to do the classes. The classes massively complement running, by the way. If you're starting to run and you're just running, you're begging for an injury. So make sure, please, that you are doing a range of different things. Yes, come and join the squad. Well, yeah, do, but like just make sure you're doing a range of different things. And for me, I found that actually I have become really efficient. Like I was efficient anyway. If you know me, I'm queen of efficiency and organization, but I just became more efficient, like trying to do things just when I can. So rather than say, oh, I'll do like the Q&A between the hours of like 9:30, 11:30. If she's napping, I'm going now. If it's 8 o'clock in the morning, we're going now. We're doing it now. So I just found that you just do stuff and you do it quick. She's napping, great. I'm going to get my core workout in now. And I just find that actually I haven't not been able to do things. I haven't not been able to achieve things. I've been able to fit in everything that I was doing, but somehow into a shorter space of time. And I think you just end up prioritizing your time a lot better and a lot more efficiently. So I batch stuff when I can, even if like usual tasks that I would do on say like today's Tuesday, on a Wednesday or Thursday, if all of a sudden I've got some time that I can do it, I will do my Wednesday tasks on a Tuesday just when I can, because I don't know how she's going to show up the next day. So I'm just doing it when I can. And combining tasks, like I said, getting the steps in, giving her a walk at the same time. And also just learning patience. Like I'm someone who has so much patience with other people and absolutely zero patience with myself. And I think pregnancy and then postpartum, so recovering from pregnancy, has been really humbling because I've had to have so much patience with my body. Now, everyone's recovery timeline is completely different. And for me, I guess I wanted to get straight back into it straight away, but I really did. And for some people, they're probably looking at me thinking, yeah, but you did. But no, I honestly really, really took my time. I was really sensible with it. And, not fully there just yet, but treating my body with compassion, making sure that I'm fully fueled, making sure that I'm taking this one step at a time has been brilliant. And, some days where I haven't been able to do my plan because my body doesn't feel like it, or always I'm playing up, having that flexibility and making sure that I'm still sticking to the promises I set to myself, but having that flexibility in with it as well. And knowing that consistency over the weeks matters way more than trying to be perfect every day. And so that's sort of what I've done, really. But yeah, any other questions on that, just let me know. I'll be happy to share. I'm happy to share the ins and outs of Lorna and Will behind the scenes whilst running businesses. Will's working full time as well. And it's been a juggle, but we absolutely love it. Like we honestly, we wouldn't change a thing. It's just what we love. Okay, nutrition. How can I make better food choices without feeling like I've missed out? Okay, this is all about we need to go a little bit deeper with this. It's quite layered. So if we think about it, this is because we've labeled foods. We've labeled foods as I can have this, I can't have this. I should have this, I shouldn't have that. This is good for me, this is bad for me. Whereas in actual fact, everything in moderation is great. And we shouldn't have to miss out on anything. The best thing you can do is not treat foods like a big red button. The best thing you can do is focus on eating whole foods, lean proteins, fruits, vegetables, first and foremost. So build all your meals around lean protein source, chicken, fish, lean meats, or eggs, or tuna, whatever you enjoy. Add some fiber in there, some healthy fats. So you're giving your body what it needs. Like our bodies are not a bin. So we can't treat them like a bin. We can't chuck rubbish in them all the time because they won't respond well. It's like putting fuel in a car. You put rubbish fuel in, poor quality fuel, or the wrong fuel, it's not going to go very far. It's going to break down, right? So we need to be putting good quality fuel into our body, but also allowing ourselves a little bit of what we want too, because that also satisfies the eye, it satisfies the mind. So one thing you can do is obviously make sure your body is fueled with the things that it really needs to thrive. So nutrient dense foods most of the time. And this is something we cover on the 6-week course. And then some of the time having a little bit of what you want, because then there never is that whole missed out thing. And when you have it, own that choice. So say, for example, you've eaten really high nutrient dense foods. You start your day with some, eggs on wholemeal toast with some sun-dried tomatoes. And then for dinner, you had a chicken salad with a pita bread, or whatever you'd want, or wholemeal pasta, or whatever you enjoy, cottage cheese and sweet potato. And then you get to the afternoon, you think, really fancy that little brownie. I really shouldn't have the brownie. What can I have instead? Maybe I should just have a banana or something, or it just looks so good. Then own that choice. You can choose your one hell yeah thing of the day. I wouldn't say, okay, go to Costa and have the caramel latte and then the massive cake. I'd say, if you're going to have something, choose one thing and actually sit there and enjoy it and savor it and focus on the flavors, focus on the taste, because then you won't feel like you've missed out and you've given your body what it needs the rest of the time and you've had that one thing. that one thing that you've enjoyed. Or one day it might be, I'm going to go and have the caramel latte. But then we're not going to have the biscuits from the office in the afternoon as well. We've had our treat. We've not missed out. If I want some biscuits, I'll have them tomorrow. It's fine. Smaller portions, think of your one hell yeah thing in the day and make sure you're giving your body what it needs first and foremost. And make sure that whatever you choose, just eat mindfully, slowly, and enjoy it. And also, other foods, so say less nutrient dense foods, they can taste amazing too. So really, really savor the flavor of those and just enjoy food. And it makes making more nutrient dense choices easier. And also you can prep in advance. So just make sure that you're prepping your food in advance, snacks, have them prepared already, and lunches and breakfasts and things like that. But it's more of a mindset thing. Like, you don't have to cut anything out. No one wants you to cut anything out. We want this to be something that you can sustain for the long run. But, don't put a big red button on it. I can't have that. I can't touch the big red button because all you want to do is touch the big red button. Have it, but have a bit of it. And also that might be like, okay, I want to have a pizza takeaway. I'm going to get a Domino's. Think about the entire pizza. And I've used this analogy a few times, but it's true. The first slice tastes really good, really nice. Or just like melt in the mouth, amazing cheese, yes. Second slice tastes all right. Third slice, I'm not getting anywhere near as much enjoyment as that first slice. Like, yeah, still tastes pretty good, but that first slice was incredible. Fourth slice, probably could have taken or left it, or it might be the fifth slice for you, it might be third slice for you. Anyway, you get the idea. Fifth slice, no, actually, I really didn't enjoy that. Kind of wish I would have had that now. So you see what I mean here. Take your time over the food, really focus on the enjoyment, and know that you don't have to go overboard with it, to the point where you're not actually getting any additional benefit out of it. Law of diminishing returns. That's what it's called. Any healthy sweet treat ideas? Okay, so we're talking more nutrient-dense food, sweet treat ideas, loads. Now, if you go to the nutrition area, we've got a whole list of snack ideas. So go take a look at that. Highlight a few things that you want to try. We've also got a Fuel Your Fitness book on there, and we've also got a healthy recipe book. So go in there, just literally have a look at a few things that you want to try, but just some really quick things off the top of my head. Greek yogurt, berries with some honey, really nice. Dark chocolate, like the 70% stuff. You can make some oat and peanut butter bites. You could do some banana nice cream. So where you freeze a banana and then you basically blend it, banana nice cream, and you could add berries to it and things like that. But I'd definitely go and have a look at the snack ideas on the nutrition area for sure. And that will give you some sweet and balanced ideas, and also some more savory ideas. And there's some like larger snack ideas as well, if you're looking for something to have pre-workout or even post-workout. So definitely go and check that out. And let me know what you make. Tag me in it. I want to see. What do you recommend as a healthy diet? Any supplements? Okay, so again, we covered this in the 6-week course. Diet-wise, you want to be focused on whole foods. So things that are less processed, things that come from the ground, things that our grandma would have eaten, not things that are packaged in a factory that have a long list of ingredients on the back. You're thinking lean proteins, vegetables, fruits, whole grains, healthy fats. And make sure you base each meal around a protein source first and foremost, because that will help you to feel fuller for longer. And also, it's really important for muscle maintenance, particularly after the age of 30, where that starts to decrease. And when we hit the perimenopause as a woman and postmenopause, our muscle mass can massively decrease, which can cause problems with osteoporosis. It can affect our metabolism. It can affect our day-to-day activity and how we feel and how strong we feel. So it's really important to, of course, strength train, but also make sure you're eating enough protein to help your muscles maintain and, hey, maybe even improve in strength, improve in size. So I definitely make protein a priority. Now, one of the healthiest diets really is the Mediterranean diet. It's really backed by strong research for heart health, for weight management, blood sugar control, longevity, and it's really high in healthy fats. So, gone are the days and the noughties where everyone was worried about eating fat. It's really high in monounsaturated, polyunsaturated fats. So it's really rich in vegetables, fruits, legumes, fish, whole grains, olive oil, nuts, moderate dairy, and then with limited red meat, sweet treats, etc. But yeah, it's proven to be really, really good. And it's more flexible. It doesn't feel like a really strict diet. You're not cutting out any food groups. So you can enjoy your meals, include treats in moderation, see really good results. So I definitely recommend adapting the principles of it anyway. Protein each meal, lots of colourful veggies, good fats, you're looking at olive oils, nuts, avocados, etc., whole grains, and fish, and just without obsessing about being perfect at every meal. So I feel like that's a really realistic and healthy balanced diet anyway. In terms of supplements, I'd only take them if you need them. So supplements, it's what they are. You supplement to your diet. If you're not getting adequate vitamins, nutrition from your diet, then supplement. But if you are, you don't need to. In the UK, I'd say maybe vitamin D for sunlight, vitamin D, calcium if you're not getting enough, and maybe omega-3s. But I'd avoid any fatty things for weight loss or performance, collagen, that kind of thing. But anyway, you also have to try things yourself, don't you? You also need to try things, take it, and then just see how you feel. Another one that is, there's more research coming out about it is magnesium to help with deeper sleep and muscle recovery. So potentially magnesium as well. But you need to, I think, first probably speak to, a medical professional, GP, to see, whether it's worth taking certain supplements for you yourself. But they're probably just some of the few that I would recommend, probably. Now, there's one more in this area, and that is about hydration. I drink about a pint of water throughout the night. I really look forward to my decaf tea first thing in the morning. Is that okay? Yes, absolutely fine. Hydration overnight is really important. And the thing is, if you need that pint of water overnight, you're honouring what your body says, you're drinking the water. Good. So a pint of water, so it's not excessive, although if it's disrupting your sleep, maybe see if you can spread it out earlier on in the evening, unless it's something that's just started happening, which, highlights some sort of change that's gone on in the body, but there's nothing wrong with that at all. And yeah, decaf tea in the morning is great too. Hydrating, it gives you that comforting ritual without a big caffeine hit or, a spike in the cortisol in the morning, and it still contains antioxidants. So it's a nice little bonus to have in the morning. If you enjoy it, that's the most important thing, right? Sleep and recovery next. So this question is, I go to bed early, about 9 or 10, but I usually wake up 3 or 4 in the morning and feel really tired. Any help? So middle of the night waking is really, really common, especially in perimenopause, or if you're somebody who's really struggling with stress, or if you've got a little baby. But the best thing you can do, first and foremost, if you're not doing this already, is keep consistent bedtime and wake time within a half-hour window. So if you say you're going to bed between about 9 and 10, be more strict with it to start off with, and try that for at least 2 weeks, and even at the weekend. So you might aim for, 9:45, bed by 9:45 every single day. Again, you can have a leeway of roughly about half an hour, so about 20 minutes, half an hour pushing it. That's what you really want to do. Consistent bed wake times, it will help your body get into a really good rhythm, really good routine. And then when you do go to sleep, your restorative sleep is likely to be higher. So you wake up feeling more energized. Limit any caffeine or alcohol before you go to bed. So if you're currently having a cup of coffee, say, an afternoon cup of coffee about 3-4 o'clock, push it before midday. And if you're already having one at midday, okay, just have one like at 7 or 8 in the morning. Just see how you feel on that. The half-life of caffeine is quite a long time, so you want it out of your system before you go to bed. And same with alcohol. So alcohol can make you go to sleep fast, but it really, really disrupts the sleep. So you'll end up with just really poor sleep. So you'll end up with a less restorative sleep. You'll be in the lighter stages. So then you're more likely to wake up at 3 or 4 in the morning. And then also when you do wake up, feel really groggy and really tired. Make sure you establish a really good wind down routine. So every night, try and keep it the same. And that might be, you put everything away for dinner, you close the kitchen, a few relaxing moments, maybe you have a bath, maybe you always read before you go to bed, or maybe you brush your teeth, you sit in bed with a book and then you go to sleep. Whatever you do, just kind of like a bit of a routine that tells your body and signifies, right, this is now time to go to bed. You repeat it every day and your mind almost starts to switch off and go into it. Or maybe you have like a little journal next to your bed. I'd really recommend this actually, like a little worry journal to empty your mind. Or if you're somebody who gets to bed and then your mind is just buzzing with things that happened in the day, or it's where ideas start to come out, or maybe you're thinking about the next day, or you're worried about something, any of those things, just write it down, because then it just helps to empty the mind and put it down on paper. Really, really helpful. And you can always try magnesium as well. Research suggests that it is really helpful for getting a deeper sleep. So you might be less likely to wake up at 3-4. So make sure you're taking that magnesium in a supplement form, so orally, as opposed to, or just having foods that are higher in magnesium, of course, but as opposed to the spray. So you can get spray, but that tends to be more for muscle recovery, really. So get the one that you can take orally. I've had a hurting shoulder for over a year. Could this be a perimenopausal frozen shoulder? Any tips? I mean, it's possible, but if this has been going on for over a year, I would absolutely go and see a physio if you haven't already. Just go and speak to a physio and they can give you a proper guided program. I wouldn't really be able to advise in this area. Some general things that could help are things like heat therapy, gentle mobility exercises, check your posture throughout the day, especially, when you're at work or when you're sitting or with kids, if you're carrying kids, just make sure that you are doing little posture resets. So for example, we've got a lot of musicians in the squad and they find what we do amazing because no matter where you are on tour in the world and no matter what your shift pattern, if you like, or your working pattern looks like, you could take us with you and you never miss out. But what a lot of our musicians say is obviously when they're playing instruments or even singing, sometimes our bodies aren't in the nicest postures. Well, singing maybe, but maybe when you're, say, leaning over a harp or you're playing, I don't know, the flute, or your body is in all these different positions where you've got to hold that position for a long time, it can take a really big toll on the body. So just make sure you're checking your posture the rest of the time and maybe doing some upper body stretches, some back stretches, and just keep mobilizing. But it's been going on for over a year. Absolutely do go and see someone about that because you don't want to keep having to deal with that. Okay, team, I hope you enjoyed that. Do let me know. Let me know your feedback. Let me know if that's been useful. Let me know if you've learned anything. And I really look forward to seeing you in class. So you've got some live replays tomorrow, Wednesday. You've got 4 different classes to choose from. So I hope you love them. And I will see you bright and early on Thursday. Have a great one, everyone.